Are you sure there's nothing Gravora Group can do to keep you? Tyler's voice carried a mix of arrogance and desperation. The question felt like a joke. He knew exactly why I was leaving, even if he pretended not to. For over 2 years, I had done the deep analysis that made his presentation shine. He stole my work and presented it as his own, never acknowledging my role. But instead of confronting him, I smiled politely and talked about my transition. My final 2 weeks at Gravora were revealing. Without my support, Tyler's work fell apart. His new presentations lacked insight. Director Hamilton started asking questions. People were finally noticing what I had known all along. Tyler didn't understand the strategies he claimed to create. Then, Bethany Coleman visited me. She whispered that some of the senior analysts had seen the truth. Tyler was struggling to replicate my methods and failing. Her words felt like a quiet justice, but also a reminder of a broken system, a system that rewarded showmanship over substance. On my last day at Gravora, I packed my desk slowly. Tyler watched me from his office, probably hoping I'd leave behind notes he could steal. I didn't. Instead, I walked out with nothing but peace and a plan. My new job at Sunville Studios started the following Monday, and from day one, it felt like the right decision. The company was everything Gravora wasn't: collaborative, fair, data-driven. I was given real responsibility, not just grunt work. Within weeks, I completed a full market analysis and identified weak points in our competitors, including Gravora. Their strategies hadn't changed since I left, and the cracks were beginning to show. Their sales were down in major regions. It became clear Tyler couldn't maintain what he had stolen. Director Foster, my new boss, valued my insights. She asked about competitor vulnerabilities. I kept my answers professional but honest. Gravora's strategies were built on outdated data and assumptions. I didn't need to say it aloud, but I knew those strategies were based on my original work, now poorly executed by someone who didn't understand them. In my second month at Sunville, Director Foster gave me a major project. I was to lead the development of a supplier partnership strategy. It was perfect for me: complex, analytical, and high stakes. During my research, I found something interesting. Bright Hollow Labs, a major supplier for Gravora, was unhappy. Their sales through Gravora were falling, and they felt the company's strategy was off. This supplier accounted for nearly 15% of Gravora's inventory. If they left, it would be a serious blow. I prepared a detailed proposal for Bright Hollow, showing how Sunville could do better. I included data on consumer trends, competitive advantages, and sales projections. Director Foster loved it and told me to call them. I had one chance to turn years of quiet frustration into something meaningful. I made the call with confidence, knowing that if it went well, it could change everything, not just for Sunville, but for me. The call happened on a Tuesday morning. I spoke with Patricia Weatherby, Director of Business Development at Bright Hollow. She was warm, curious, and impressed. She said they had been watching Sunville's rise. We talked for 30 minutes about our strategy, our data, our shared vision for premium products. Then, without prompting, she criticized Gravora. Their leadership, she said, didn't understand the market anymore. Their strategies weren't working, and their results were disappointing. I didn't gloat. I didn't even mention Tyler. Instead, I explained how Sunville's data-driven approach could better serve Bright Hollow. Patricia was excited. She wanted to bring our proposal to her executive team. We scheduled a meeting for the next week. I ended the call feeling something I hadn't felt in a long time: vindicated. It wasn't just about landing a deal. It was about proving that real strategy and honest work still mattered in an industry full of smoke and mirrors. 6 weeks later, the deal was signed. Sunville Studios gained exclusive access to Bright Hollow's premium product lines. The news hit the retail world hard. Gravora was caught off guard. Losing Bright Hollow meant losing millions in revenue and a major part of their inventory. Worse, it exposed their weak leadership. They couldn't blame the market anymore. Tyler's failure was now public. At Sunville, the impact was immediate. Sales from Bright Hollow products exceeded expectations. Director Foster expanded my team and increased our budget. Our success was proof that my methods worked, proof that real strategy beats stolen slideshows. The partnership was a turning point for Sunville, and for me. For the first time in my career, I saw my ideas take shape exactly as I intended. No interference, no credit theft, just results. Bethany reached out again, this time for coffee. She looked tired. Gravora, she said, was in chaos. Director Hamilton had launched an internal investigation into the supplier loss. Tyler was now under pressure. He was trying to win back Bright Hollow with flashy presentations, but they lacked depth. People were starting to see the truth. Tyler never had the skills. He had just known how to take credit. Now that he was on his own, his weaknesses were showing. I listened quietly. I didn't need to celebrate his downfall. Reality was doing that for me. Every mistake he made highlighted the difference between us. I had built my strategies from the ground up. He had only borrowed the surface. And now, that surface was cracking fast. As I looked back on the last 8 months, everything made sense. Tyler's betrayal had forced me to leave, but in doing so, he gave me the chance to find something better. At Sunville, I had found a place that valued me. I had found success on my terms. Gravora, meanwhile, was paying the price for its choices. They had chosen charm over competence, theft over talent, and now the cost was clear. The market had spoken. In the end, I didn't need revenge. The truth had done the job for me. My ideas had found the right home, and the people who once dismissed them were now scrambling to recover. It wasn't just a win, it was justice, and the beginning of something even bigger for me.